Hi, my name is Carlton Brown and I'm one of the founders of TrainTraxx Hive ID. TrainTraxx is a Hive ID company that focuses on using RFID for train inventory, simulation, and operations in the model railroad industry. TrainTraxx is proud to announce that we have completed the first phase of our integration with the JMRI application. New features and functionalities take both JMRI and TrainTraxx into a new dimension for model railroading. We will take you through a brief tutorial on some of the new features that will be most used by the everyday user of our application. All of the current features work with the JMRI test release 4.17.5. As the releases migrate to the JMRI production release, we will inform all users that they can push the button to upgrade JMRI, which would include additional features of the TrainTraxx platform. The user will need to have a basic understanding of JMRI operations, and this can be found at their website, www.jmri.org, and also download a free copy of VNC onto your computer, and VNC can be found at www.realvnc.com. All right, let's get started. First thing you're going to do is you're going to take your Raspberry Pi and you're going to connect your Raspberry Pi with an Ethernet cable that's supplied with it to your home router. You also want to make sure that the computer that you're going to use to access the Raspberry Pi is also connected to the same network. Next thing is you're going to bring up your browser, and you can use any one of the browsers that you have because we will work with any of them that are out there. And you're going to get access to your Raspberry Pi through your computer here. And how are you going to do that? As you bring up that browser, you're going to go ahead and type in http:// and you're going to bring up the Hive ID number for the gateway that we're using. In this case, it's going to be Hive 033, and then you're going to put in the port number for it, port number is going to be 1880, and then you're going to do /UI and hit enter. And what that's going to do is going to bring up your system summary. Now you have actually accessed the Raspberry Pi, and here you see your host name is the Hive 033, and you have a few other things on this page that we will briefly go through. First, you see you have check for new versions. This is checking for the new TrainTraxx versions that are out there. And as you see here, you are completely updated because it says current. If it did not say current and there was another update, you can just hit the down arrow here and select the update and then hit the orange button, and it will automatically update you to the new TrainTraxx version, and that will take about 5 minutes. The next thing we have here is the JMRI version, and as you see, we're on 14.17.5, and it is the current version for us at this time. If it wasn't the current version, the status light that you have here that's currently green would not be green, and it would not say current here. And just as the TrainTraxx updates that you do, you'll just hit the down arrow button, and if there is an update for you, it will tell you here. Now moving over to the right, you see a change network mode and a connect to Hive 33. What this does is we have an application in here to where you can actually download your manifest to your smartphone or your tablet. What this does is get both of those units on the network so you can look at the QR code that will be on another page that we're going to look at in a moment, and be able to get your manifest real time on your smartphone or your tablet. And let's see if we can't give you an example of this. We will take our smartphone, bring it over the QR code. It's going to automatically capture that. We'll hit the button. It'll ask us to join the network that we're on, and we'll just hit the join button, and now we've joined that network. We're going to go ahead and jump ahead of ourselves here. One of the things that I wanted to do is, since we've already captured and used the change network mode to connect to the Hive 003 network, one of the things I want to show you is how you would now be able to grab your manifest from that. So let's go over to the top left here, hit our system summary. Well, as we hit our system summary, you'll see the pull down menu here. On the menu, we're going to go to JMRI operation links. We hit that, and then we see two more QR codes here, and one has manifest and the other has conductor. What we're going to do is show an example of how we would pull your manifest using the smartphone or a tablet. So again, we'll take the smartphone or the tablet, put it over the QR code. It'll show it up top there. You hit the button up top, and then you got your manifest that's displayed. And the same thing will happen on the conductor. All right, we're going to go back up to our system summary page again. Again, just go to the left over there, hit the little hamburgers that you see over hamburger stacks, and hit system summary. And just to kind of finish up on this page, there's a few other things that we can do here, you know, through the application settings, service managers, update Hive code, the slow version of that. We're going to get into these applications in a more advanced tutorial of TrainTraxx here. But for now, you know, for the system summary page, take you through the high-level features of that. And now we're going to go ahead and move on to our next page that we're going to talk about, which is going to be the local train activity. And again, the only thing you have to do is go back up to the top left corner, hit the little hamburger stack there, and hit local train activity on that pull down menu. And this is what will come up. You'll see all your local train activity. Now this is the activity that is happening real time as the car or locomotive passes over the reader. And here, just to start off on the activity side here, this is a car that has just rolled over a reader and the information of it was captured. In this case, you see the name of it, Rio Grande. You see the road number and the road name and number here. You'll see the time. You'll see the location. And if I had a train that was built for this, you would also see the destination down here. And as it gets to its destination, this section will turn green. And I will show an example of that. You have the capabilities of showing the car itself, a picture of the car, and a picture of the location that it was dropped off at. Now this is all optional, you don't have to do it, but it's very easy to go ahead and take a picture of your cars and put them into the system. And the same thing with your locations and putting them into the system. We will show you in another version of how you would assign a picture to your locations and things such as that. All right, now we're going to show a quick example of how this is going to work as in real time as you run the car itself over the reader. Here you see a car coming into Dawson's freight car dock. And what's going to happen is as it goes over the reader, it records it and you see it displays in the activity. It's going to tell you the car name, the car number, and everything that's associated with it. We had a little hiccup there, but it continues on. And the next car that comes in is the Burlington Northern. And so all the cars that are going to go over that reader, it's going to be identified that they have been placed into the Dawson's freight car dock here. And as the last one is in here, you see a record of all of the cars that have come in. Getting back to the activity page, we also have a place in here that you can find your inventory. And this really happens with a lot of the bigger clubs where they can't find where a car has been put and where it's been set at the last place. What this does is you can pull up your pull down menu here and you can look for the specific number and type of that car. They're all in alphabetical order. In this case, we're going to go ahead and look up the Burlington Northern 161234. We're going to pull that up, and as we see here, it's going to actually have some of the information pulling up that's going to help us identify where that car is. So when we're looking at this information for that specific car, there's a lot of things that we can pull out of it. First of all, we're identifying that it is the name of the car. We're identifying the car type, the color of the car, the weight of the car, the length of it. All of this very important information, that you want to know about it. We also have, where the last location was, that it was red, and also the destination. And this is something that, we were talking a little bit about earlier, is that it has the destination on where that car is headed. If there is no destination, there would be nothing there, and it just shows you the last location, which would identify where the car is in the layout and where do you need to go in the layout to find that car. And just to finish off on this inventory item, a couple other things that just want to add to it is that underneath here it shows TrainTraxx info. Above it shows the JMRI info. What we do is we sync both of these platforms together in the Manage Information area here, which we're going to have our next module on. But just to kind of display the information that is displayed in the TrainTraxx info is a lot of the same that you get in the JMRI portion up here. So in the TrainTraxx, you got your Burlington Northern, the name of it. It has the image, road name, road number, car type, and all of the same information. And it still gets back to when, where the car was last detected and the time and date that it was detected. Well, that completes our tutorial for today. There will be many more of these because we have so many cool features and functions that come along with this application. One of the key things for this application was for everyone to have fun with it, doing operation switching and things such as that. This is going to give you the ability to do that. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to reach out to myself or Blaine. I'm at carlton@hive-id.com, and you can find Blaine at hiveid.com. Please take a moment and visit our website at www.traintraxx.com. Thank you and have a good day.